Hey, everyone, and welcome back to Game 2 of the Grand Finals. Torch versus C9 is underway. The bottom side of the map, your contenders for today, down Game 1 and looking to win out strong in this match. And pushing it to Game 3 is Torch. We've got Fun Ball on AMC coming around in. Jumping right through the jungle here as well. We got High Rock on Thanatos in the jungle. Shadow Nightmare on Hubwa. Spoo on Ra. Emilito on Sobek. They're grouping up. Make sure the solo players are in the front. Looking for opportunity to get a kill here. Will they find it?
Well, if they do, it's going to be on their opponents. Cloud9 HyperX going into this game. They lead the series 1-0. That's going to be Suntouch heading back to the base right now. Going to the duo lane on Sun Wukong with his partner Smek. On Neath going to the solo lane. We're going to have Zalia playing Aphrodite. Frostiak picking up Freya for the jungle. And my heart be still, Sayo has picked up Kali. I am so excited to see what he has planned here. Early, it looks like he's picked up Death's Toll Hand and a fair amount of potions for sustain. Just going to try to clear those waves. I like the start here. This is going to give him a long opportunity to just get into those chin size. It's one of the first 3 items guaranteed. It almost doubles her damage, Drybear. It's incredible.
I mean, her hit chain is one of the fastest in the game, if not the fastest in the game. She can just glue to someone and get every single hit on a proc. And, you know, up against Hubwa, a very good matchup for Kali, and I think they just didn't expect this pick to come out here. You know, you look at the characters that Shadow Nightmare loves to play. He likes Zeus, he likes Hubwa, and he likes Freya in the mid lane. All these characters are low mobility and have terrible time with Kali. She's going to jump right in. Hand of the gods. Sun comes out. There is the blades coming through, and Shadow Nightmare has received a message he won't soon forget.
Look at that. Look at how much damage he just did. He barely even touched them. All he has is Death's Toll. Why does no one play this character?
You know, I think this, you know, I have to be careful here because it really comes down to any real physical assassin in the mid lane is going to do the exact same thing. You come out hog, hit level 2 immediately. Loki does the exact same thing in the mid lane and do a lot of damage here. Shadow is going to heal right back up here, going after Sayo. There goes the hit. Water spout, water cannon, blades coming out there as well. Sayo, I mean, it's going to take a lot of harassment, and Shadow needs to play this perfectly if he wants to stay alive, but Hubwa can easily pull ahead in this lane if he sits far enough back. It doesn't give any distance to Sayo.
He's used some potions here, which is effective gold. So right now, Shadow Nightmare technically has a very eensy-weensy lead, but a lead nonetheless. But of course, both of these characters should be considered hyper carries. Hubwa gets insanely powerful as the game goes on, and Kali probably has one of the fastest, if not the fastest, kill potential in the game. Maybe, like you said, right next to Loki, who also, strangely enough, has one of the fastest attack chains, as we were talking about before. If you do cancels during the attack chains, he technically has the fastest, as he can use 3.5s in a row, but it's difficult to pull off on the regular.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I mean, the Loki hit chain is something that's difficult to cancel through. And like you said, if you can pull it off, it definitely does a lot of damage, but it's not as reliable as Sayo's Kali here. There goes the Lash. Sobek rotating over, but Frostiak is here as well. Can Emily to get a grab? Bandage coming out just in case. I mean, that Nimble Strike allows Kali so much utility. She can heal herself up, which is going to give 20% of the missing health on who she lands on, plus a big grab up there. So that's something they're always looking to heal herself up on if she goes in, and also keep herself safe if she wants to jump out. The Lash has like some good damage out on top of it, of course giving her some lifesteal against targets affected by the bleed. I mean, she has a lot of utility in this kit, and against Hubwa it's a good matchup, but she's actually falling a bit behind.
Well, she did get to lane late there. She has a chance to get back to level 5, and there it is. The only thing I'm wondering here is we don't know who her target is. I'll do my best to try to keep track after the first kill, but honestly, it's going to be hard to really gauge who it is as the game continues. We don't have that information. It'll be like popcorn. Like, when is it going to be finished? Yeah. Right? No, that's not a good analogy. Popcorn's done.
What? Thanatos in the jungle to pick up that movement speed. Nimble Strike is the name of Kali's jump. giving that out for the people in chat. They're getting a little bit carried away. Hubwall going to make his way back towards the base. What is he going to buy? Going to buy boots too after that Bancroft's talent. Heavily agility picked up by Spoo yet again. He just loves that item, loves picking it up early as well. At this point, you see Fumball left side has that sprint activation available if he needs it. Across the way, you have Smek who has boots instead, just constant movement speed rather than that burst movement speed. And again, we have Thanatos the mid lane go after Kali. Kali does actually have destruction though now, so that's what they have to keep in mind.
He throws the lash at Thanatos, works all the creeps together for the Hand of the Gods, recognizes the threat, dodges the Death Scythe, and then hands it anyway, getting out of danger. Smart play coming out from Sayo, and he's getting some baiting here. Check out Shadow Nightmare getting aggressive. Right side, Frosty Axe coming in. He's going to find the banish here. Actually, he gets knocked up. World Weaver's coming. Crushing Wave's going to be a little bit too early there, but jumping in. Nibble Strike's going to be that's one kill. Hyrox's going to get chased here. I don't think it's the target. She's not ready to dive. She's in trouble here. She's going to have to go for the kill and fight with destruction. She's getting low. Where's the ult? There it is. Hyrox is probably not in a situation he wants to be in, but he does manage to get away.
It's going to end.
The execute.
Thanatos up in the air, Sayo, and there it goes. Does he time it properly? He does not, but doesn't need it. One shot will do it. He gets the kill. Hyrox, the two gods of death and destruction go head to head, and Thanatos comes out victorious.
You know, had he baited a little bit longer for Lash to come up, he might have had the damage, but Hyrox recognized the cooldown disparity and went for it and earned it. Sayo's going to go down here, and strangely, going to be going into Heartseeker here. Spoo finds a kill onto Zalia in the right side. Shoutouts to the Searing Pain.
Searing Pain does a lot of damage, and Aphrodite not really able to keep himself alive right now. Zalia, a very strong player, so it looks like the pause is going to come through. It's a short pause, about 30-second pause coming up. It's going to go through here. Some issues with, looks like it's going to coming out from Torch. Spoo has heavenly agility in the side lane there, going up against Aphrodite. Did get the kill now, so about 100 gold ahead, and it cleared out the wave as well. And Aphrodite's going to miss out on a lot. The question is, does Aphrodite want to left side, blue buff, gonna fall down here. Fumball's gonna pick it up. Does have the physical pot still active from previous, so it looks like they're gonna push that look like that. So Smek is gonna clear up here and force that one forward. Honey on the ground. Kali's gonna return back to the lane here as they jump right up towards the tower. Rotating back over is gonna be Hubwa in the back in the mid lane, jumping around Emilito. So excited right now. Looks like the Midas boots are finally completed. That's why he's so excited. Not only that does he have Midas boots, but he also has Eye of Providence. So definitely has a good core set for gold gain and vision.
Zalia on the right side getting super aggressive against Spoo, knows that Searing Pain should be down for at least a few more seconds. The kiss is out, knock him back into the archers. Spoo undeterred throws the archers a celestial beam and then finishes them up, and Zalia definitely ends that encounter the winner, taking a small amount of health, but between the healing of these two characters, it's incredible that someone actually died in that.
Eighth ultimate, Kali ultimate, burst damage, Shadow Nightmare has the crushing wave. It's gonna hit Frostiak, but not Sayo. Thanatos or Frostiak goes into Valkyrie's discretion, and no discretion was used. Thanatos up in the air. Sobek used enough damage to Frostiak for the execute. Can they combo it enough? The stun, the burst damage. There goes the Death Scythe. Now on to Sayo. Sayo's gonna take a lot of damage here from Sobek's ultimate. He's gonna jump away with the nimble strike, jumping away towards the tower there as Sayo will head on home. It's gonna be a 1-for-1 exchange. Hubwa for Freya in the mid lane there. 2 to 3. Torch is going to be in the lead for kills as well as experience with a gold. Dead even.
Curious to me that Sayo chose not to initiate in that, considering that Hyrox is in fact his target. He was the last person to kill him and has not been killed since. So Sayo really had the opportunity there, especially with destruction available to him, and it's very curious that he didn't go for it. That could have been a major, major pickup, but it seems like Hyrox kind of put him on his heels here. Sayo seems a little bit nervous.
Yeah, it's interesting, and I feel like he's kind of out of
popping out those splashes and they're not being answered. Sayo just not willing to engage here. He needs to be more aggressive, or Hebo is just going to just start pushing him down, really. I mean, that's what this character does well. It's just whittle you down to half, and then suddenly crushing wave, and you just disappear.
That's exactly right. The burst damage coming through. Brief reminder, people in chat, we are having audio issues. We're aware of it, and we're sorting it out here. Crushing Wave comes out the mid lane. Neath ultimate comes out as well. There goes the Lash. Frosty jumping in here. There is the Banish coming through. Some shots coming out. High Rock forced awakening up in the air time. So close! The shot comes out and flies under his feet. He will survive. Frey up in the air looking for the kill. Shooting out those basic attacks. Shadow Nightmare still alive. Thinner's dunks down is still alive as well. Emilito by himself into the tower. Will go Sayo. The shots come out there, and because Thanos didn't die, no target available, but the last burst combination is going to take out Sobek. What a play.
Don't rush down Kali when she has her stun. Like, look what happened. He used his only movement ability to get one tower shut off, stunned, pulse, irradiate, lash, 2 autos, goodbye. And now check it out. Sayo doesn't earn himself a kill there, still 4,600 gold down, has gone for Heartseeker, but he is starting to build himself back up. Level 11 right now, ties him with Spoo and Smek for highest in the game. Strangely enough, we're seeing the Hunter on the Cloud9 side be the highest for his team right now, but Frostiak maintains gold lead, 5,300.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you're looking at. You're free to farm in that lane and just keep up as much as you can. And because there's so much aggression in the mid lane, the supports are required to rotate more often. Left side, we see, of course, the Honey coming down with the Swarm, as well as the Hive, able to clear out the waves effectively. Damage buff now to be completed here by Hyruck on Thanatos. Going to pick up that damage buff and make his way over to the mid lane. Spook going back and buying a tier 2 Void Stone. Protection against Aphrodite is what he's looking for. Azalea's picked up Shoes of Focus in response, getting some good CDR to throw out some more Love Birds, making sure everything is cleared up in his lane. But it's 3 for 3 right now. A big lineup here, left side jumping off. There goes the Stinger. Smek cannot backflip right now. He is crippled. There's Zero on the ground. She backflip now. He's going to get away from it. But how far can he get? Fun ball. Pop sprint. Going after this. Up into the air is Sun Touch. They want Smek. He's going to go for the turnaround. He's in the face of Fun Ball. Shot comes out. Smek still alive. 3 more shots will do it. Fun Ball gets the kill. Sun Touch. He's going away. So very low. A few shots. Hive on the ground. Emily gets the kill as well. A 1 for 1 for each person. So a 2 for 0 overall. Sayo. He's here. The Lash. Slow motion coming through. Fun Ball's going to take none of them actually. Just short. Stinger in the face on the ground. Sayo is going to retreat her, or will he turn around Swarm?
No, don't go
There's
back
the stun isn't going to come through, and he's going to be okay. Mid lane being pressured as well. Frostiak under pressure. Hyrock by himself. Does she have an ultimate available? Looks like she has one shot. Is not going to land. Honestly, it looked like he flew out of the explosion. Thanatos is just a cool guy. Doesn't look at explosions, but a new axis.
Rocket Man Thanatos.
Boom.
Right there.
Boom.
You saw it. He explodes off the ground, just barely escaping what should have been guaranteed death. Shadow Nightmare, nowhere to go right there. He lands from a banish inside of a stun, takes a few hit, he goes down. Now, check this out here. They're going towards the Gold Fury. They're losing experience to the tower on Torch's side, so his choice is try to contend the Gold Fury, despite the fact that he does have level 3 Hand of the God. So does the other team, but there's a lot of stuns here. Funball rotates in as well. He doesn't have a lot of mana. Emilito actually is just primed to steal it, and he takes it. Suntouch had gone way too far there, and he earns his team 1,500. Stinger was dodged. Destruction is used. C9 has to back off here. That was a really great play there by Emilito. Really great play.
And that's what he's known for. Whether it's Bacchus, Sobek, Sun Wukong in earlier matches, we know he's capable of pulling these together and, you know, getting out some big plays as a support. And I think Torch really relies on him heavily for that aspect. You know, we're going to see Sovereignty almost done here for him. 5,700 gold on Emilito and 4,800 on Suntouch. So Suntouch so far behind right now. Late start on the Midas boots, picked up tier 3 Hog and tier 3 Aya Providence as he's required to do to counter wards and make sure that if Gold Fury gets secured up right now, with that grab of the Gold Fury, Torch is going to jump up to 1,000 gold in the lead and 1,900 experience. So C9 is actually falling behind at the early stage of this match, whereas we know Torch, their early game is probably their weakest.
That's true. Thanatos will get stronger as... Oh, Hyrock, please. Hyrock missed picking up the speed buff like 3 times in a row, wasted about 4 seconds, but he finally manages to pick it up, and he gets it. He's going back to the base. Now, mid lane, we still haven't seen Hyrock go down. And we haven't seen anyone else kill Sayo, so that target has not changed yet. It is still Hyrock. I'm pretty sure he was hoping that Freya was going to be able to pick that up, so that he can find a new target, because this Thanatos just seems very, very slippery this game.
Well, this is exactly what you expect to see from Thanatos. And honestly, one of the biggest gripes I have when I watch people play Thanatos is they don't ult early enough if they're planning on escaping. HyperX not in the same boat. There's Neath ultimate to hit him. He's pop up there again. He's going to fly away with that Rocket Man combination. Very ultimate explosions right below him. He's going to fly away and defend himself. Make sure he doesn't go down here. Burst damage on Spoo, dropping low. The Bird's on the ground. Solar Blessing. Kali jumps in the incense. Stun. The burst damage. Zalia gets the kill. It's going to be rotation now as Sobek is forced out by the decoy of Sundutch mid tower under pressure. Sayo jumping a water spout. Water cannon is available. Shadow right too far forward. Banish. He's surrounded. The burst damage. C9 gets a kill after another kill. After another kill. Destruction keeps Sayo alive. HyperX, he's here. That's her target. Doesn't have the destruction activation though for the death immunity. Mid tower will fall. Funball and Smek pushing up.
They still can't rush it down, the healing, and we still have Undying Love available for Aphrodite. They could really continue pushing this in. Left side, we're seeing a boxing match go on, and you don't want to try to box a Moose and Cobb. The attack speed is unbelievable, and that's, he showed it. Smek was forced out immediately. Funball really showing what this B can do. Unfortunately, though, he's about to find out what 4 members of Cloud9 can do.
He's going up, no escape mechanism, puts a line of Honey down, buying some time for himself. Nimble Strike is available. Vantage jumping in, Suntouch by it's going to find Funball. Can he get a kill on Suntouch? Shot after shot after shot. The distance is there. Does he have a swarm over the wall? The Honey, one more shot. Funball gets a kill. He's alive here, but very low on mana. Has nothing to offer Sayo. Zalia, while it's on Incense, is going to miss. The Kiss is going to miss. The Neath Orb against secures it. There goes the Love Burst. One shot, Undying Love between the 2 women on the left side of the map. And they're gonna get the Funball kill. 1-for-1 exchange, not all that worth it.
They can't even initiate here again. It's still, this is not good for him. Look at this. If he's able to dodge this, Sayo has a really good chance of making something happen. Now HyperX is in there. He's forming onto Zalia. Sayo's gonna look for the wrong target.
Whoa!
He gets hit by the crushing wave, which also just removes Zalia. Torch has turned this around. Check out Smek. He heals up, but he is silenced. He's stuck under tower, but he's dodging. He's doing his best. Smek actually does find a kill there, but does get picked up. 3 for 2 right there in favor of Torch somehow.
Did you see Shadow Nightmare teleport behind them and then Crushing Wave forward to keep himself safe? Absolutely amazing. Blinks behind with that tier 2 blink. Crushing Waves backwards towards his team to keep himself alive. Beautiful damage output. They're going to get a 3-for-1 exchange under tower after the previous 1-for-1 turns into a 4-for-2 there in favor of Torch. Neath trying to get away and actually rotates over to get a Spirit Arrow on Sobek and brings him down for the kill of that small engagement. Neath's actually going to go for Soul Eater now. How do you feel about this?
I don't love it. Honestly, giving a little bit more lifesteal to Suntouch isn't going to help him. 10 physical power, not really that much. Same thing for Kali. She doesn't really need any more lifesteal. She has 25% passive on anyone who's bleeding. She gets 20% missing health on anyone who she jumps on. And then, of course, she has the invulnerability and the passive to heal her back up. So this, I don't really agree with it. He might have something in mind going towards the end game. But ultimately, right now, I'm not really seeing the benefit. I really probably just would have went into Aussie.
Mid tower. Ra's going to go down the right side there. Rotation comes out from C9. Emilito by himself. He's going to go for a charge prey possibly. Sayo is there. Base attacks come out. Rotating around. Looking for something here. The rotation from the right. C9 wants a stun initiation. Crushing Wave's going to go through the field goal line and hit nothing. Sobek in the water lurking through, slowing down Zalia and Frostiak. Burst damage to come out. Frostiak up in the air. Burst damage going down on Hobble. Not getting the distance. He now is surrounded by Thanatos. Dead side going to miss. Banish comes out. Suntouch from the other side. Going in, forcing HyperX up and told him there's no one to execute right now and nowhere to go. Somersault Cloud forced Suntouch going to heal himself back up. Thanatos forces a defensive ultimate yet again back towards his tower, dunking down, clearing the minions. That was a win for C9.
Oh, absolutely. Forcing out multiple ults, getting a few points as well. I mean, that was definitely a good play. 10-9 right now. Cloud9 has about a 2K lead on top of about 1,000 experience, which is maybe not incredibly impressive at 16 minutes into the game, but I'm sure that any lead is going to help, especially considering that Mr. Sobek is over on the right lane and just realized his fault as the Gold Fury. By the time he even gets back to base, this thing will be gone.
Gold Fury gonna drop down. There it goes. There goes Gold Fury there for C9, putting up 3,200 gold in the lead, 1,100 experiences. In fact, this is the biggest gold lead we have seen in this match to date. A big lead, but not really as big as we'd expect from C9 this late into the match. 17 minutes in, we expect to see a little bit higher up. So definitely playing a fantastic match is Torch, forcing Kali away. And C9, because they won game one, they're experimenting a lot, and I'm enjoying it thoroughly. But you know, I feel like they may be underestimating Torch if things keep going the way that they are. Mid tower's going to go down, clearing that gap down to about 2,400 gold now. 1,100 experience. I'm sorry, on Torch against Torch right now. Fire Dragon is available. The right side tower looks like it might be the next target for Torch as they rotate back over. As these team fights continue on, look for, you know, a little bit better usage from Aphrodite. I'm expecting to see some good ultimates here. The healing is there, but I feel like Xayleigh may be a little bit uncomfortable with this character.
Charge Prey's going to miss. Still no weakening curse available, so Suntouch not really going to be too threatened by that one wave here. The beam's going down, but check out the World Weaver in the back line. HyperX in there. Funball's out of the fight. Shadow Nightmare's trying to move back up. No one's really available to help these guys out. They really should just take the tower trade and give it away, but it doesn't seem like Torch is ready to initiate.
They're pausing, they're hesitating, they're waiting. Shot comes out, Banish comes out. There's the burst coming out as well. Burst damage, Searing Pain coming through. What's it gonna hit? It's gonna hit Xayleigh in the back end. There's a burst damage, but so back end is already in the dirt. Fist of the gods come out. Thanatos up in the air. Can he make it? The dot is ticking. Will it be enough to finish up? Going after Xayleigh. Xayleigh goes down. That was the target that Thanatos needed. Neath is split pushing. The ultimate comes out. Freya finishes off the Habwa in the back. After that, he goes down with the execute. HyperX forced away. Heavenly Agility has been activated. And look, again, Neath's gonna get that left side tower, avoiding the transformation. Will be Funball, who gets banished up, going after Frostiak by herself. No ultimate available. Free kill for Torch. Actually a huge misplay by Frostiak.
Yeah, not sure what he was looking for. Stinger gonna land inside Suntouch's back, and he's just trying to just bait out for as long as possible. Funball super low. He's looking for the burn. He's getting in there. He gets the knockup, but Flash, nimble strike for the kill. Charge it to the stun. Double for Kali.
Left side, Neath looking for that Phoenix, doing a lot of damage there. HyperX was able to get back in time, but we saw two cases of just pure greed. First, C9 jumps in, Frostiak commits a little bit too hard, it gets picked off for free, but then again, we see another overextension by Torch. I mean, okay, you're looking for a good team fight victory. You're looking to clear out the last player, and you're looking to get a tower, but if your final target is a 0 and 3 Sun Wukong, who's a support character, is it really worth the risk of death on a 8 MC as well as a Ra?
I just, not to mention, that went on to Kali. You don't want to give Kali kills. It's just not something you do. Aussie has been started. Sayo really jumping away from the norm here. Still no chin size. He's going for even more, I guess, lifesteal. So that's going to be 15% flat. 25% at the threshold for the Aussie passive, 10% extra from the Soul Eater passive that's given to him by Smek. Not to mention the 25% that can given to him by the Lash, 20% missing health absorbed from enemies from Nimble Strike, and the 80% heal that comes out if he lands it onto his target. He is just looking for basically infinite sustain.
Yep, keep himself alive as long as he possibly can. That's exactly what he's going to get pretty soon here. Extra HP is going to be a big benefit to him. But speaking of big benefit, Fire Giant has been started up by C9. Rotation comes out from Torch. Will they leash it or will they stay on it? Suntouch is gluing to it. They're going to leash it up. Sobek stays in range. It's going to be leashed for both teams here, so a bit of a reset. There goes C9. Cat. Crushing wave hitting to Frostiak. Lothanos is already up in the air looking for something here on the back, and he's coming down. The hovering death is coming through. He's not going to get the distance, and it's going to activate a little bit prematurely there. There goes the Jingle Bang burst damage. Shedheimer on his way out. Can he get up enough distance? There goes the jump in. Kali looking for a target. Shedheimer is going to get away just barely here around the end, but Suntouch might have enough damage to take out. The Blake comes out as well. 1-for-1 exchange. Left side Funball doing his best Smek impression. Take out this left side tower, but Suntouch going at Shadow Knight. There goes the water spout, the knockup. He's gonna find Nate. Spirit not gonna land. Shadow Knight still alive. How does he do it? He's gonna force him away, but Sayo's gonna find the kill with the Lash.
But just like we saw in the last engagement, it was a 4v5. Funball is just pushing away, going towards the Phoenix. Smek is backing. Actually, he is canceled. We only see some Wukong going over. He should have enough clear with the Jingle Bong, though. I mean, that's a lot of clear potential. Right side, C9 getting aggressive under the tower. don't know who the target is at this juncture. It was, of course, Thanatos. He has been obviously taken out. Sio has enough here to burn either one of these two down, but it looks like they're going to back off here. Play safely. The Reds down. There's nothing for them to gain here. Will they just go for the Fire Giants?
Adding context to this, 13-16 right now. 21 minutes, 30 seconds into this match. It looks like there's a slight lead for C9, 3,300 experience and 2,600 gold. Keep in mind, C9 did win game one quite fantastically, actually, in the late stages of the game, but Torch has been showing signs of life this entire time. In fact, meeting C9 head for head, and I think if Torch stops making the greedy plays they've been making in both these matches, they can pull ahead very, very easily, and this could be their game to win. But if they do win this, they still have to go to Game 3 and beat C9 again, where C9 is going to probably start picking their main characters again instead of testing Kali, Aphrodite, these kind of picks here. So, the question is, can Torch come alive and take this match? And honestly, they would be right now if they haven't made so many greedy plays so far.
Right side, we have a major grouping of Torch players. Might be looking towards the Fire Giant. They're running over wards, though I don't know if they know that. All of them are definitely visible. You see Cloud9 as well grouping up. It looks like Fire Giant's going to be contended here. And check out the rotation. They're going all the way around the lane to push here. Sio level 20 is going to find Shadow Nightmare. He's actually going to find the knock-up. Already the beads have been wasted. Shadow Nightmare knows that he just misplayed those beads, and it's going to hurt him. Suntouch has been flung back, forced into the somersault cloud. This is a great opportunity for C9 to get in there and really put the hurt on.
2 ultimates used already, 1 from Smic, 1 from Suntouch, 3 still remaining for C9. One of those being Destruction for Kali, the other Valkyrie's Discretion from Freya, and the last one, Undying Love from Aphrodite to keep them both safe, whoever decides to stick to. And Aphrodite Kali is such a scary combination to look at. Deathscythe looking for something there, not going to hit home as they decide to disengage from that one. Just get out of dodge, make sure they reset on this fight. 5 ultimates still available for Torch. They're looking to fight them in open field and not give any advantage to C9. Tail Whip comes out. Emilito starting this off. There goes Honey on the ground. Big crit. Zalia dropping low. Suntouch dropping low. He has no ultimate to get away from this. Emilito on the ground. Sari Payne comes through. Who's going to hit? It's going to hit Zalia in the back up, but the heal is real. There goes Sobek going down already. Frosty up in the air, bombing down. Thanatos going after Sio. He's going to find him. Purification being activated. Does he have destruction? His target seems to be Spoo here as he's committing very hard to this. Popping the destruction. Does he have enough damage to go for it? He's going to disengage here. He's so very low. Sio might be falling down to the damage output. No, Aphrodite with the Undying Love. Burst damage. Suntouch gets the kill. 2 for 1. 3 for 1. Sio by himself. Funball wants it. Jumping down, avoiding it. There goes the kill again. Banished. There goes the activation. Can Frost yet get this kill?
This is why the Chin's Blaze are so necessary on Kali. She wasn't able to burst down such a tanky character like Ra. Even at that point, I mean, there just really wasn't much she could do. Spoo super low. Funball super low. It's a 4 for 3, but no one's going to gain any contention off of this one. If anything, it might go to Zalia here, who is going to get aggressive. It's the fact that she's not killing that Hive is really giving me agita. Please, just kill it. Please kill.
Nope. Nope. Not that one.
He healed so much off
that
of it.
one. None of them. Not a single one of them. None of them. No. No hives. Let the hives live. Hashtag let the hives live.
Raise your hives.
Zalia. There you go. That's exactly what they've already been
Even
raised.
Cloud9.
Let the hives stand.
Raising your hives.
There you go. Exactly. C9 had a bit of a good engagement there, right? Sobek jumped in to initiate that fight for Torch, rotating around. Funball still, I don't know how he healed back up so quickly. That lifesteal on Aussie, so strong there. So Sobek started that fight for Torch. It went actually in the way of C9 until they committed so hard, and you're exactly right. Without that chin size, a character like Ra is very difficult. Ra is difficult in general. That Divine Blessing slows melee characters so much, and once he had a few stacks of that slow on him, and anyone who plays a melee character who's gone up against Ra knows how it feels to just run. It's like you're sludging through molasses trying to catch up to Ra, and he just walks away from you. And that, exactly. And then the fact that Spoo was his target and he couldn't commit to it. The Aphrodite ultimate bought him a lot of time. He's able to jump over the wall with the nimble strike.
That was incredible.
It was mind blowing. He's so smart.
He actually activated the Undying Love and threw the kiss right as it activated to give it to Kali and then just heal immediately. It bought her some time, and she did not hit the nimble strike. She did not get some of that health back, and she kept to wait a little bit too far. It honestly would have been better for Sio if he just escaped the fight completely, but he tried to make a play, and nimble strike is actually a much harder move to land than people give it credit for.
It really is, and you rely on it for the lifesteal, and if you don't get it, it puts you in a terrible spot. That's your escape mechanism. Fire Giant started here for Torch. C9 is in the area, but Neith and Kali are far away. Do they have enough damage to take this out? Looks like they have Sun Wukong in the area as well. They're going to force the leash. You know, they had to try for it to see if C9 would show up, but at the same time, are you really expecting C9 to let a Fire Giant go for free?
Oh, absolutely not. They're all waiting in the wings right now. Again, all 10 ults available to him. Torch barely taking the last engagement. They're going to have another chance here, but Shadow Nightmare is going back to the lane, or rather the base. This might be a good time for them to go in, but Cloud9 can't possibly know this. And we also saw it back coming out from Xaylia and from Suntouch. So both teams going to regroup here near the Fire Giant, and they're just going to continue this waiting game, looking for someone to step 1 foot out of line.
That's all they need. A pick is going to go a long way for Torch. And even that last engagement, when it seemed like C9 had everything going for them, Torch was able to pull it back and turn it into a 2-for-4 in their name. The Fire Giant is available. Soon, Suntouch is over here, defending it up, make sure the wards are down. They have a huge, they're like gluing to these wards so aggressively, making sure they have vision constantly. The tower situation is actually quite even. One tier 1 tower is the difference between the two teams. 1,000 gold is all you're going to see. 4,200 gold in favor of C9 still. 4,500 experience, although the experience at this point is irrelevant. Honestly, they just need a little bit more on Torch, and it's going to balance out nicely. HyperX still level 19. He's going to need that extra 4% for his hovering death for the execution, and that's making a big difference in the team fights.
Fire Giant looks like he's taunting the teams a little bit, slamming his sword on the ground. Neither team willing to bait or even try to initiate. Both teams are just looking again for that opportunity to find someone who has just stepped a small step out of line and take them out, engage in the 5v4, and look for a win opportunity. Right now, really, the players that we need to focus most on, Shadow Nightmare, super squishy right now. No defensive items except for the small amount of defense he gets from the Focused Void Stone. Of course, has beads, but level 2 Blink, not Combat Blink, so he really won't have a way out of fights. Kali right now, if she gets stunned out too hard and the beads find on cooldown or she doesn't activate them quickly enough, Sayo can go down very quickly. It's extremely squishy. Smek, same thing. They really need to depend on their healers a lot, but it looks like Cloud9 is just trying to push, or rather defend against this push that Torch is putting on the right side, and Kali is just not in position to deal with this.
I'm surprised to see a Weakening Curse on C9 side, not on Torch's side, given the fact that if you do the Weakening Curse on Kali, it actually negates the heal you get from the passive there. Incredible and honestly very strong counter activation there. But they're not going to pick it up here for Torch. C9 looking for activation, lash over the wall, going to do a little bit of damage there, but very minimal. Look at the difference in Hunters here. You're going to see Neith, played by Smek, pick up some defensive items with that Soul Eater, but only has tier 1 Sprint, tier 1 Purification beads, whereas Funball's finished both his active items there while picking up a whole bunch of damage along the way. So a little bit of shift in whether it be picking up defensive items or picking up defensive active items. Funball honestly probably winning out a little bit more with that, considering the fact that Neith needs a lot of damage here to try and pull ahead, whereas Funball, once he commits, he wants to commit all the way. And with that Stinger, with the fact that he can prevent any dashes or backflips or whatever the case may be, he definitely has a lot of damage. But look how quick he is next to that hive. It's like a machine gun.
Oh man, it's super dangerous. And look at this. I mean, he has Executioner and Aussie to ensure that his attack speed is going to be insanely high. Going back to the base here, Suntouch actually baiting the back. Ward cleaned up there, Emilito able to put it down. Suntouch looking for an opportunity to possibly counter that. I'm not really sure. We do have a fling. This might be an engagement. Bird of Nope going to be activated. The 72 transformations used. Again, not much gained. Both teams very scared.
The goal difference is becoming less and less important here, as it's been hovering around the 2 to 4K mark, but as the game goes on, that value is less important to them. They need bigger values if it's going to be valuable overall. You know, they need to have a big gap to make these team fights very different, and right now that number is getting less on their minds and more about the team fights. HyperX going to go for Hide of the Urchin, then directly into Void Blade here. Still tier 1 Hand of the Gods, not really wanting to commit to that Fist of the Gods just yet. They have tier 3 Hand of the Gods there on Amuleto, of course, and as well as Suntouch that has been there for a very long time. Across the way, you see 2 Fists of the Gods, one on the Freya and one on the Kali, able to stack up those stuns one after the other. At this point, again, it's a lot of hurry up and wait. The minion camps are moving up. We see the buff camps being respawned, and honestly, no one really cares. It's just going to come down to the fact that both teams know that the next Fire Giant could make or break this game, and they're not going to give it up. They want to be in place, and I like to see that both these teams have the same mentality, because that is what you would expect from top-tier players like these.
So Frostiak right now does have a sentry ward, as does Funball. They're looking to counter the ward directly in front of the Fire Giant. Look at this moving up. Atlas of the Yellow River is going to be put down. Emilito looking for the charge prey is not going to find it, just going to find a smooch.
Fire Giant still available. Kali in the mid lane, gonna find Funball here. Just farming in the meantime.
Dry bear.
Charge prey, Sud Touch, forced away. The Bird's on the ground. We have an ultimate crushing wave coming through. Hitting Frosting as well. Smack the burst image, but Freya gets it in time. Shadow Nightmare getting too greedy, rushing through. The beam is gonna be raw. The Searing Pain is brought down. Thanos on the air. He's gonna get a dunk. He's too far away. Can he even get there in time? He's so far away. The distance might be too much. Sobek, he's not gonna dash on the tower, is he? No, he's gonna back off. Turning around. Kali is still here. C9 spreading out enough. Sun Touch back at full HP. Celestial Beam. Destruction comes out. Needs ultimate. Does she get it? She gets it in time. Turning back around. Spoo. Fist of the Gods. There's the burst damage. Sun Touch wants it. Hits it. There's the burst damage as well. Freya up in the air. Actually, Hyrock gets killed off. The Ox, the Banish, the Burst Image. The Kiss is going to meet him when he hits the ground. Weakening Curse comes out, but it's not going to be enough to save him. He goes down there. That is a big cleanup for Cloud9 HyperX.
Now, as Kali immediately starts, it knows that she has the lifesteal to deal with the Fire Giant. Cloud9 has taken it after what seemed like 7 eternities, waiting for someone to initiate in that fight. Finally, one team gets aggressive, and we saw a great crushing wave come out, on top of a great Searing Pain, hitting all the right targets, but the damage just wasn't there. 2 characters getting put super low, Zalia healing everyone back up to full, and look at this, Shadow Nightmare is back up, but there's no way he's going to have the damage to burst them down, especially since Crushing Wave is on cooldown. But look at this, they're jumping in there. Kali doesn't find the stun. Charge Spray has already been used. Emilito getting very low, going to be forced out here. On the right side, Shadow Nightmare is trying to force them out as well, but the middle Phoenix has been taken. The damage has been done, and Cloud9 puts Torch on the ropes.
You know, honestly, that possibly could have been impatience from Shadow Nightmare. That ultimate was good. He got a lot of damage on some squishy characters. I think he either misunderstood how much damage he was going to be able to do, or just got impatient with how long that stalemate was going on. Because, yes, you do a lot of damage, but you're dashing forward into the back line that contains Freya, Neith, and Kali. You can't just jump in there against those bursty assassin-based characters. And you saw how quickly Shadow Nightmare disappeared. I mean, you saw Freya and Neith. Big crit from Neith, a few shots from Frostiak, and Shadow Nightmare disappears. He almost had enough damage, but just didn't do it. Even with the ultimate coming out from Spoo, following up with that Searing Pain, it just was pain. That's all it was. It wasn't death, and they needed death. They needed a kill there to start that team fight off right. And honestly, I think Torch got a little bit impatient and really misunderstood what they were capable of in that situation. They're going to give away a Fire Giant. They're going to give away a mid Phoenix. They're going to give away a mid tower, and all of a sudden C9 shoots up like Rocket Man Thanatos to 10,000 gold in the lead, 13,000 experience as well. The mid Phoenix is now spawning Phoenix minions in favor of C9. Torch needs to make something happen now.
I think the only part of that C9 isn't thrilled about is the fact that Kali's target has switched to Sobek. All 4 other characters had died and were eliminated at the same time, which means the very tanky Sobek is going to be the target. And given the fact that Kali has opted not at all to pick up Chin Size, she doesn't really have a way to kill him.
They're looking for an opportunity to grab this up here. That means that Sayo won't have that heal, like you mentioned. That passive is really what he's looking for.
He's going to have heals, though.
For death. That's exactly right. Lash plus base attacks plus Aphrodite and the Undying Love. Knock up, charge, prey, smack, throw it in the tower. Honey on the ground. Searing Pain coming through. It's not going to hit, actually. Gets avoided. Wow. Sun Touch being damaged here just a bit. Thanatos up in the air, a little bit preemptive. He's not going to be able to do anything with this. Sobek coming out. Honestly, this Thanatos ultimate is a bit wasted here, and indeed it is. Goes right back down. Hydrock getting greedy, and this may hurt them a lot. They needed that execute so desperately. Emily to forced out Lash. Burst damage. Look at that crit. Smack getting frisky here. Spoo forced away. Hydrock getting bursted down. The decoy doing work. Frostiak coming from above, and above brings down the death. Knee ultimate coming through. Funball gets back into the well. 5 players for Cloud9 HyperX bearing down the front door of Torch. Can they answer?
Well, Frostiak's taking a lot. Undying Love in time. It looks like Aphrodite's going to save that, plus right through the beam as well. Wow. Stinger's on cooldown. Funball is out of here. Sayo, however, gets way over aggressive, putting himself out. not even enough time to activate Destruction. Crushing Wave will burn him, and he will Combat Blink out of there. But undeterred here, looks like Smek is getting healed up. They're trying to do the damage inside of the Solar Blessing, but it looks like Torch has the defense here. They might just want to turn over towards the right side. Actually, no. They are undeterred. Cloud9 continues the aggress. They're moving in. The Titan is super low. Frostiak's going to get in there as well. This one's going to Cloud9. Week 4 is done. GG.
2-0 victory for Cloud9, even with the Aphrodite, with the Kali in the middle lane. My God, this team is on fire. Torch proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the world, going head-to-head with Cloud9 and winning a lot of team fights there, but it came down to the specifics. They got the Team 5 victory, no follow-up for objectives. They get the Gold Fury, they back and buy items. They need to be able to have a follow-up there, and that's probably the biggest weakness for Torch right now, is they don't have a plan. They don't have an idea of what they're going to do when they get a win in any kind of fashion, whether it be a team fight, a tower. And honestly, they left too many opportunities left unclenched, where C&I was able to come back for the situations where, we saw it in the game 1, right? Torch comes out strong, they get a bunch of big team fight victories, and then they go home, and Cloud9's saying, okay, well, we still have 7,000 gold in the bank. You're not pushing our towers. It's really difficult to be able to deal with that. Now, look at the stats going into this. We saw Chalk.